The first Journey to the Savage Planet game was fun and funny and an absolute co-op blast. This first-person adventure game tasks you with scouring the planet as the newest pioneer for Kindred Aerospace. The game was an easy favorite for 2020 and was filled to the brim with satirical stabs at capitalism and a retrofuturistic vibe. The first game was originally developed by Typhoon Studios under Google and published by 505 Games. However, the game's sequel, Revenge of the Savage Planet, has more than a few tricks up its sleeves. This also comes because it's self-published by Raccoon Logic Studios, the game studio founded by former Typhoon Studio devs who created it after Stadia Games Entertainment closed it. That said, Revenge of the Savage Planet boasts the same humor as the first, though doubling down on its capitalistic potshots in a way that can only come from a studio that escaped its own megacorp overlord. In this sequel, the perspective is now third person, and Atla Interglobal has acquired Kindred Aerospace. Sticking with the love of Golden Age sci-fi, Raccoon Logic isn't holding anything back.
Looks filthy. Please scan it before touching anything, just in case.
All right! Much better. Now you can open it safely. I think. But don't lick your hands afterwards.
The official game synopsis captures the game's themes better than I could. In a future knocked off its access by corporate greed and stupidity, you've been made redundant and abandoned on the far edge of space with little gear and no safety net. You must explore every nook and cranny, collect dozens of upgrades, and turn over every mysterious alien rock if you want to get revenge on your former employer and return to Earth. Revenge of the Savage Planet has the same humor, mechanics, and vibrancy of the first. Oh, and it still does force you to murder the cutest creatures in the galaxy to get off the planet. This time, though, you will travel to more large worlds and explore the different biomes, flora, and fauna across the varied alien landscapes. The main objective remains the same, for me at least: scan everything. Using your scanner frequently is to your benefit. It shows your objectives, gives you valuable information on the environment to help you solve environmental puzzles, and has some of the best jokes. Seriously. As much as the narration coming from your bot companion is hilarious in its own brand of dark comedy and observational humor, the description of alien creatures is absolutely something to write home about.
Humid, dark, and with some acid pits. Charming.
The invented waves that Raccoon Logic has envisioned the creature descriptions highlights their passion for the worlds that they're bringing to life. Every inch of the planets that we got our chance to explore during our hands-on preview was worth reading and ultimately worth laughing about. The worlds you scan also has standout signature vibrancy. The hyper-stylized worlds push against live-action commercials that make the eccentric corporate ridicule all the more entertaining. But the world, of course, is only as good as its traversal mechanics, and let me tell you, Revenge of the Savage Planet has some great ones. In the tutorial section, you acquire the double jump right from the start and quickly learn that platforming is central to the game. An open adventure game that embodies foundational Metroidvania mechanics, Revenge of the Savage Planet uses many challenges that each push you to interact with and explore the world differently. You'll solve environmental puzzles to free loot crates and find important life-saving goo. Some ask you to connect 2 points using a goo canister, others make you find a passage through some invisible walls, and others still want you to platform to great heights. Outside of exploring the environment and solving puzzles along the way, as we left the first planet, we got the chance to take on something new. That was familiar combat puzzles. While the mechanics were extremely simple to slip back into for players of the first game, the environmental hazards and the need to parry in this specific combat puzzle made it a layered experience. With additional weapons and equipment, the game seems to offer a large incentive to retrace your steps to keep finding more and more. I cleared the hands-on demo fairly easily, but that isn't to say that the game was too easy. It was because jumping into Revenge of the Savage Planet was like getting back on a horse. I knew how to figure out the world and navigate it with some hallmarks of the first game, like crystalline structures, stat-increasing goo, and trees that give you life regen fruit, help make things easy for players that are returning. This meant that I knew exactly what paths to take, or more specifically, it narrowed down options. But knowing a game that I haven't played in 4 years is a testament to just how sticky the combat and traversal was in it. Raccoon Logic Studios understood that they shouldn't fix what isn't broken. Instead, though, they did expand the core game loop, which has clearly grown in scope. With more planets and more creatures, and of course, more challenges, here you can capture creatures, swim in lakes, splunk through caves, platform up cliffs, and explore every inch of the planets at your disposal. There is simply just more to do in Revenge of the Savage Planet, and that was clear in just about 30 minutes of playtime. Additionally, with the inclusion of new weapons, new platforming opportunities arise. In addition to stomping, dodging, sliding, running, and jumping, a new electric whip adds a melee tool from a distance and also opens up new paths for you to explore. Each area has been crafted to be explored more than once. Instead, each new item you acquire allows you to return, find more in it, and solve more puzzles than you could before. Playing with a character that had nearly every skill and weapon unlocked is easy to get a sense of just how much you need in one kit to explore one area to the fullest. The planet pushes you to learn and find more to catalog and complete experiments to increase your science as you build your habitat from crashed ship into the trailer of your dreams. Your habitat and your trailer in it can be transformed, and this is perhaps the coolest addition to Revenge of the Savage Planet. Yeah, you can pick a new outfit and a new color palette, which helps you with the customization of your character. But Revenge of the Savage Planet adds what every game truly needs: housing customization. While the first game prioritized resources, the sequel adds in money. Collect cash boxes that have flown out of crashing ships, and save or spend them irresponsibly. Adding a currency system to a game about an aerospace company that was acquired and has made you redundant in the process is an addition that understands the assignment. You can build a kitchen, game room, and the like in your empty trailer, of course, if you have money for it. This adds more investment into exploring the world and pushes you back out into it, even after you've picked up loot crates or beat a boss. Additionally, you can lasso and capture different alien creatures in order to add them to your habitat, which is a good change of pace from just being forced to shoot them all. Truthfully, Raccoon Logic nails making Revenge of the Savage Planet more detailed than the first game, without losing anything that made that one special. With a new third-person perspective, more weaponry, more planets, and an entire customization and decoration system, it's clear that the game loop has widened. But this sequel hasn't lost any of the charm that came from its quick wit and satire. Revenge of the Savage Planet is built on a foundation of snark, cute round creatures, a hatred of megacorporations, and, of course, now that it's self-published, a creative liberation that is noticeable from the game's opening commercial. An open Metroidvania with sticky gameplay all around, Revenge of the Savage Planet is a science fiction joy that only left me with one regret: I haven't played co-op yet. Revenge of the Savage Planet will be released in May 2025.